Ladies and gentlemen, welcome to the General Banter podcast. Today's podcast, like every other podcast in the world, is sponsored by Manscaped.com. You know the crack, guys. It's what do they say? The world's leading product when it comes to shaving your nut bag.
Yep.
Does your nut bag look like a walnut covered in ant legs? Get it sorted. Listen, cut to the shit. This is what you do. You go on the website, you get the care package. It's got everything in one leather papoose. And, you know, the what do you call it? Lawnmower 4.0. What's the other one
Weed
called?
whacker.
The weed whacker goes in your ear holes and up your nose and all that gear. Ball toner. You know, got that cologne. You smell like an old man on a yacht.
Ball deodorant.
Ball deodorant, you know, if you need a bit of that. And
I'm wearing it right now.
Mine are irreparable. Mine are beyond saving.
The ball deodorant of your fat guy, great for the sweat lines.
Great for the sweat lines. Get them up the old vinegar fjord up the side of the bag there. And listen, if you listen to this podcast, use the code GEMBAT1, you get 20% off. And they're not giving them away, Kieran, so that's quite a considerable amount of money, isn't it? Manscaped.com, use the code GEMBAT1. I'm going to play a sting now and then we'll get into it.
The General Banter podcast with Paul and Jedis.
Here's an annoying technical issue for you. I can't hear anything out of these.
Oh, great. Well, if it, out of the fucking front.
There we go.
Did I just jiggle it a wee bit?
Jiggled it.
You see, people overlook just a bit of jiggling.
Yep.
There's people employed and paid to make these things happen. And
Boost,
like I
Gigolo, Juice Bigelow, male jiggler.
Jiggler, yeah. It's good for me. How are you, mate?
I'm good.
You said-
Weird movie up, wasn't it?
Yeah, but a male prostitute.
Yeah,
you couldn't do it these days.
You certainly couldn't do a comedy about it. You could do like a deep dive character, you know, what does it feel like to get fucking rinsed 8 times in an hour, like, you know what I mean? You could do that. Drama.
Yeah.
We drama about it.
I seen someone was talking about, it's a funny idea that, but they were on another podcast watching a clip from Louis' series where he's in an art gallery and there's a box and it says press here and he goes to press it and like, don't press it. And he hits it and it's like, N-word. And everyone looks round and it's just a regular man's voice and he's like, you know, and trying to hide it. But they were watching it was Fighter and the Kid actually, and they went, the guy goes, oh, you couldn't get away with that nowadays. And they're laughing their head off and they're like, you couldn't get away with it then. It was only like a couple of years ago. But that might be my new thing now. You know, just looking at like Genocide and being like, you couldn't get away with that these days. Do you know what I mean? Like full blown oppressive racism.
Yeah.
Be like, jeez, you couldn't get away with that now. That's another thing pisses me off. I seen one of these, I think it was U105 or something. You know the way they do those, like, do a post to get a bit of engagement. And it was like, there was no phones around the table back in my day. It was just reading the back of the cereal box.
Oh, yeah.
And I was like, you could apply that to
anything, literally any technology.
you could have a 90-year-old man. There was no electric cars in my day.
Yeah.
You'd be there with a key and all. Fuck it, you know. Where does that end?
It doesn't end because, do you know what's weird though? Do you have a dishwasher?
Your name's Maureen.
Yeah!
No, his name's Colin. No, we do have a dishwasher.
Do you use it?
We do, but it pisses. I would rather just wash them,
And be done with it.
and be done with it.
Do you know what I hate? Unloading a dishwasher. Now, we don't have one, right? But I did have one.
Yeah.
We have one in my ma's house. I don't know why I'm pointing
Mama.
at it. At my ma's house. And it became like, there was so many of us that it was a good purchase. Mm-hmm. But then it just, instead of people arguing about who was doing the dishes, it was who's loading these fucking gravy plates in this wee box, because it's disgusting.
Yeah, it's rank.
Yeah.
And then half the time you're like, oh, Jesus, I better rinse that a wee bit before I put it in.
And you're
I'd
like,
rather just
might
go
as well
at it.
just wash it then.
I actually sometimes find doing dishes quite relaxing.
I don't. It fucking melts me. It fucking melts me. Do you know what I don't like? I'm being dead serious when I say this. Hot water on my hands. Don't like that.
Okay.
I have really low resistance to burns. I mean, look at that. There's a wee burn for you.
What's that from? Just your breath?
That's it.
Sneeze in your hand?
Graze my fucking tip of my dick with it. No. That's
Got that hot
a
ball.
hot yeast infection. It's from salmon. Mate, I don't even want to get into this. I told you about this, didn't I? The night that Chloe just goes to me, I have a mad craving for salmon and spinach. And I was like, all right, Popeye. And she fucking said, I went down, she wasn't feeling well. I went down to Tesco. This is at like 10 o'clock on a Saturday night. I went down to Tesco and bought salmon and spinach and came back. Pan fried the salmon, did the spinach, just steamed it real good, real nice. Literally a few seconds. It was lovely. And I didn't have any of it. I was just making this for her.
You was like, I just like to watch.
I know, yeah. I just want to watch you eat salmon. And then at the end, sounds like I'm trying to talk around to all sorts, but I at the end, towards the end of cooking it, she goes, "Do we have any chili flakes?" And I goes, "Nah." She goes, "Do I have any normal chili, like raw chili?" And I'm like, "Oh, sure, I'll run a knife through it as well." What the that? Right? And then next thing, I go to throw it in there, and it spat just a bit because it was quite hot towards the end of the pan fry. And I handed it over, and my hands literally burnt there and there, and it was very fucking sore. And Chloe goes, "Shouldn't have put that into the pan when it was so hot."
Yeah.
And I was like, maybe I should have just stayed in the fucking house half an hour ago.
You chopped the chili and fucked it into the hot oil or whatever?
And then it spat, and that's like hot chili death on my hand right there.
So it's hot oil. I feel like that would burn anybody.
It would, but I also don't like hot water. Like hot water that's hot enough to wash your dishes. I hate that. I'll wash the dishes in like lukewarm water and just go fuck the bacteria.
Oh really? So you can't. What
I'll
about a bath?
All over for. Don't get a
You
bath.
sit in a bath like this?
Don't get a bath in the shower, mate. I'm a shower guy.
Hands out of the shower.
Yeah. Well, I actually hold the shower with one hand and then generally keep the other hand out of the way of it. Isn't that weird?
Isn't it? That's some
Just
sort
don't
of
like it.
that's a syndrome.
That's why I have lovely wee softies. So.
You do? If small enough
Small
hands.
wee soft hands.
No stonemasonry around your parts.
No fuck. No hard work. Don't
Do you ever build up a callus from playing the guitar?
Yeah, but they're not too bad at the minute because I only play a couple times a week.
They're not too bad. I play jazz. So. I'm basically just dancing over the strings. So it's all good.
There was a time though when I was gigging like flat out and the tips of my fingers were fucking stinking looking.
Do you know what's mad? Your weird phobia you have of hot water on your hands. If my hands are sticky, I'll kill someone.
I have that.
Do you know what I mean?
Have that too.
It's one of the more infuriating things about having a child.
I wonder is it connected? My two phobias, because I really do have that. See, like I would never I would never have had a jam sandwich or anything. Like I see when other kids were getting like a piece of bread and jam.
Yeah.
I'd be like, that's a full nightmare. See, getting sticky here and sticky on the hands. And I think part of that is to do with my hot water hatred because I don't want to wash it off, but I will feel like I have to.
There's probably some sort of, tactile issues along with, probably whatever every single comedian has. Every single comedian has some sort of autism.
Yeah.
Some people it's more obvious than others, or some sort of HD, some sort of AD.
Some sort of deficit.
Yeah,
There's definitely, yeah.
But that's probably from that. I hate any sort of, like, if I'm walking through the house and I have to, like, somehow stumble around anything in my way, lose my mind. You know?
Really?
Like, if I go to take a back step and I stand on a pair of shoes someone's left there, I'm like, fucking burn this fucking house down, my sticky hand. Like, just infuriating.
Sticky hands is one for me. I think also.
No finger or licking out your whole teen career. No.
Why would you? Why do you don't want to get sticky?
You're like, just grinding my knee. I'm not doing any finger.
There's an elbow. Sort yourself.
There you go, love. I'm keeping our hand away over here, safe out of
the way of the hot water.
Put this cold face cloth in your fanny first so it's not warm. It'll leave a goddamn mark. That'll be the dead giveaway. You come in, 2 roaring red fingers and a big fucking chapped lips, roaring red. You eating chili again? Oh. What was it?
Just dived into the salmon pan.
Do you remember this?
I remember someone was talking to me about that the other day. That's weird. Was it you?
2 in the pink, 1 in the stink. I don't know.
Someone was talking about how inaccurate it probably is, and loads of people have it on their car. I can't remember who mentioned that to me.
I mean, that's a fair distance.
Between
that would do you.
Aye.
Just straight in.
The Spock shock.
The Spock right in there.
Yep.
I don't. There's a bit of like, whose fanny hole in the asshole's that?
It'd be like a big long gay, like, wouldn't it?
Big long gooch.
Yeah.
A big old fucking no man's land.
A big stink bridge.
Big chin rest. That's they call it.
Unbelievable.
But yeah, the whole car culture thing, they love that. 2 in the pink, 1 in the stink, lad. Who's doing that? I went for lunch with Mickey once and he clearly had his finger up someone's hole and he was eating a Subway and he had a dirty finger. Won't let me talking about that. He goes, it was so sauce on the Subway, and I was like, nowhere on on that was there like peanut butter coloured sauce. He broke them chicken crisps up again.
I know, I'd fucking satay wrists himself. He loves it like, that's fucking stinking.
A chunky pinky. That fucking
one the chunk and I don't even know. That's fucking disgusting. Out there though, that's so you'll hurt. I'll say this. You'll probably hurt your baby finger as well doing that.
Well, there's you know this
I know I
finger's
would.
kind of doing a bit of nothing. That's just jamming you right in the
it's just
taint all
fucking-
day.
You're just scraping with your wee nail, you know.
Yeah, rank.
Fucking, isn't it? Just cleaning it.
Me and Mickey were talking one time, and we were saying, you know, if someone, we were basically going like, if someone had anything wrong with their family, he's like, would you put your mouth near it? You're like, nah. Would you put your hand near it? Nah. He's like, would you put your dick in it? Aye. You know, it's like
The spectrum.
it's like an extremity
What's-
where you go like, well, that's not even me.
Well, what would be wrong with it? That's what I want to know.
I don't know, some sort of blood or secretion.
Did you ever see them blue waffle photos?
But then someone else told me, you know, I thought it was a bit of a laugh, and then somebody else told me that you know, that person's like gravely
Oh, it's like an illness.
ill.
Yeah,
you know, that
yeah.
person probably dead soon.
Yeah,
Like, you know what I mean.
Like if it's like, is there a male equivalent to blue waffle? Can you get like fucking, you know, I know, violet dick or something? Or
do you want
you
me to just Google cock diseases real quick?
well, I sort of don't want you to do it, but I
I'll-
also
I'll-
do.
co-
Like it's both.
Common penis diseases.
Yeah, I mean, if there's blue waffle, what could you get on your dick? Like fucking black muffin or something? Do you know what I mean?
Corn dick.
Yeah.
So some of the more common disorders and conditions that affect the penis are
Red pancake.
blister dog,
Profiter hole.
ballantitis. Is that not near
That's near Hollywood.
ballantitis?
What's ballantitis?
Inflammation of the glands, which would be your bulb end. No one really says that enough.
Bulb end?
Was Davey right? He's a fucking glands, that boy. Get real scientific with it.
What do they call
What a
the
fucking frenulum that cunt is.
what's a frenulum?
It's your banjo string, is it not?
Oh, is it? Right, okay. I didn't know that. I've only ever heard it called the banjo string.
It's funny that like a lot of people.
Don't know those things.
There's Peyronie's disease. That's what Shane
Oh,
has.
aye. What's the one? The real name for your stink bridge is a perineum.
Perineum.
Yeah.
Yeah. I'd say mine's not that stinky. You know, it's not really seeing much action at all.
Mine's probably mine. I would say mine's clean after I clean it, but like.
yeah.
Well, but there's bits of me that aren't clean after I clean them. Do you know what I mean? But like, it's clean after I clean it. But after, if it has a day on it, it's a wee bit pickled. Do you know what I mean? It's a wee bit grim. Like,
It's starting to ferment in there. This is some sort of dare.
getting rotten photos.
Yeah. Epispadia, I think, is when you just have some sort of slit. You know, like your dick isn't a tube with a hole at the end. It's kind of hanging open like a hot dog bun.
Oh fuck!
You know, it's
right,
like
okay.
split down the middle. Nightmare.
A busted sausage.
A busted sausage.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
Anyway,
fucking grim.
yeah, I don't know if I want to look any further into any
No.
of that shit. The fucking
Blue waffle though is one of them things that the first when someone like it was, you know, like you'd be at school and somebody fucking works out how to bypass the school internet security.
Yeah.
And the next thing it's just
chaos.
like here's blue waffle up on the wall.
I remember
Disgusting.
the internet coming into our school properly. They had a few designated, like in the IT room or whatever, but then it was every classroom had it then. But when it hit that every classroom stage and everybody had a login for their thing, there was a 2-week sort of window before they got like a firewall working, and it was bananas. And people were doing it by accident because people were like hotmail.com and it was like MALE and it was all cocks and all. But I remember sitting in our class just watching that guy fucking, is it Bigley getting his, wasn't his name Ken Bigley?
Ken Bigley getting his fucking head cut off.
Get his
I
head
saw
cut
that.
off.
I saw that.
And I'm literally standing there with a piece of like charcoal in my hand, like, sorry, I'm just in the middle of my still life piece here.
Yeah.
What are we watching? And this guy, you're getting his head cut.
I saw that. When somebody sent me that video, like, and I just clicked on it. You know, opened the video that was in like an email or whatever. It was a link or something. I just opened it, and it was right at the point of, because they don't just go wadoof. It's
No.
like a
In actual fact, the guy's standing there with a machete, which would have done the job nicely. And then he goes, fucking, hello, Akbars, no. Drops that, pulls out like a fucking penknife, and then just starts hacking away at his throat.
fucking horrendous.
And I remember the bit where he's like screaming, and then he
It just
couldn't,
stops,
he
yeah.
couldn't scream anymore, and it was just going, but you know what?
Probably literally one of the worst things I've ever seen in my
It's,
life.
absolutely PTSD. But
Yeah.
and then the thud of a head hitting the floor.
I also
Heavy.
there was a website that you used to be able to get on in school called steakandcheese.com.
Yes.
And it had like just photos of like guy with his dick in a rat trap,
Yeah.
or like guy with his fucking got smacked in the head with a helicopter rotor, and you're just like,
Yeah.
thanks internet. I will remember these forever.
Two of the worst things I think I seen was one of those like, I don't know what it was like. It looked like a festival where people were like, let's do stupid stuff, like body mod festival. And this guy's just sitting on like a wooden block and pulls his junk out and just hits it with a fucking axe and takes it off. And that was,
His own dick.
yeah, just fucking bang, bang, bang. But like, I don't know whether it was like, people have these such intense like sexual fantasies where they're like,
Some people, I watched a documentary, of course I did.
Yeah.
Channel 4 a load of years ago about castration fantasy.
Yeah.
And it's fucking mental.
yeah, because there's people love being like fucking rifled in the bollocks, and then
Yeah.
they're like, oh yeah.
Yeah, some people are like, I'll take it right off,
Yeah.
and then they actually go through with it.
But this guy had waited, like, big event coming up, I'll get everyone crowded round and I'll just take an axe to it.
Do you know what's mental about a castration fantasy though? If it gets played out, like, you'll never have that again.
Oh yeah, it's
Do you know what I mean?
Yeah, you get one bite at it, like
One bite.
one attempt.
You get one big fucking dirty hack at it.
That's
That's
it.
disgusting. Like,
Imagine he went to do it and missed and just took his thumb off and was like, fuck.
I know he'd be
And like
so raging.
distraught about the thumb, and he's like, I was supposed to be you.
Be class though to
My
like
dick.
scratch your dick with a detached thumb of your own.
Well, look, this guy was black, if I recall, and what was left of his cock probably was about
Was enough.
similar to what
Yeah.
I'd be working with.
Yeah.
Interest. I wonder, would you salvage the bulb, salvage the glands, and take
Yeah.
it to the doctors in a wee bag and be like, can you put that just back on or whatever?
Do it. Just fucking fix me.
Let me tell you something. If I was getting rid of anything, I'd get rid of the bollocks.
I want to keep all of them. Not all
If
the
I had-
bollocks in the world, just mine.
Yeah, if I had the choice,
I'd probably get my tits off if I was getting anything done.
and that's it,
Just the tits.
just the tits.
Yep. I need my balls. What else am I meant to scratch? Say if I didn't have my bollocks, that's not even a sweat line anymore. It's like a fucking pond
Yeah,
down there. Do you know
just
what I
like a
mean?
beard.
Yeah, at the minute I've got like 2 banks. You know what I mean? If that was gone, it's just like a fucking oyster shell for catching sweat.
Nice.
Do you know what I mean?
Did you ever put anything in there?
In my bollocks?
Just in the taint there, like a little pad of some sort?
No.
I was doing a gig once in Scotland. This Scottish guy, this big gay dude, was hosting the show.
A pad? What do you mean? Like a doof pad?
I like a wee tan lady.
No, it's not that type of sweat. It's too thick.
It's more of a paste.
It's more of a milk than a sweat. You know? Gusset milk. It's the name of Lizzo's new perfume.
Yeah.
You know?
The bottle looks like a flute.
I keep thinking, somebody said to me not that long ago.
Look, write
Liz-
that down. That's the name of the podcast.
Lizzo was on TV, and somebody goes, "Oh, you must like her because you're," and then they didn't say anything, and I went, "Because I'm
Musician?
I'm like an independent black woman, like what? Because I'm a fucking big hooker covered in gossip milk. Do you know what I mean? Because you better not be saying I like her because I'm fat. That's what it was like though. You must like her because you're." So it's like,
You're like, I hate her because she's
it's like
fat.
Christy Moore's on. Somebody goes, "Oh, you must like him. You know, you're big tag, like, you know what I mean?" That's the way it was said to me. "Oh, you must like her. You're also
Like
fat."
it's a hobby.
Yeah, as if because I'm fat, I'm gonna enjoy her down there. Oh, see, I'm big tinfoil fucking bodysuit she wears and all. As if I'm gonna enjoy that. Just going, that pleases me because I am also
I just don't
in the
understand
depths of a weight problem. Like, you know what I mean?
the milky depths of it. I just don't understand, like, why people give a fuck. No one gives a fuck what Christy Moore looks like.
No,
Phil Collins, seen him in a video the other day. I was like, how'd he get away with this shit?
he's
Such a fucking just a guy.
See at the minute. Have you seen him recently though? He's retired, like, but before he retired,
What was wrong with him?
Oh, he didn't look great. He looks smelly. Like, he
Alright.
looks really stinking.
But that's what I mean. You're a fucking singer.
Yeah.
Who gives a flying fuck? Like,
Yeah.
everyone's so concerned. Is Lizzo, is she beautiful? And I'm like, I don't give a fuck. I couldn't even name you. I couldn't name you any of her songs.
I hate the one that starts with her going, "I'm about to have a panic attack." I hate that.
Yeah.
Like, I hate that.
It's triggering.
It's the actual way she says it makes me go, "So am I." Like,
Is it?
I hate it.
Is it a bit? Is it because she leans into it a bit? You know, she'd be like, "I'm at Chick-fil-A getting six burgers, bitch."
Speaking as a fat guy, you're always leaning one way or another. You know what I mean?
Here, well, I'm no waif either.
On a wall. I don't know what it is. Shoot.
I think it's because she's just like, it's my birthday. Here's a cake the size of a fucking snooker table.
I don't even mind any of that. I just go, that's fine. But then don't also think that you deserve to be like a cover model. Do you know what I mean?
But it's all
not that you've got to be fucking skinny and Dan looking either.
Yeah,
like, but I mean,
someone has a conversation somewhere where they're just like, "This is gonna press some buttons."
Yeah.
Same with Sam Smith. We know you have a gorgeous voice. You've got hit songs, but would it be fun if you were like in a frock?
Yeah, would it be fun? Did you see the one where he looked like, where they looked like a black taxi? Do you know, where it was just big?
Yeah.
I don't even know what that was. I don't even know how you sit down that.
It'd be good if you were like, say, like holding up a post office, dressed like that, and then you run outside, and then the cops come looking for you, and you just like a transformer,
yep.
Back into you just look like a pile of bin bags outside somewhere, and then you just get back up again.
I do quite like a couple of Sam Smith's tunes, though.
Yeah,
I have to say, I enjoy that one. Doing something unholy like that.
Yeah, but people, and then he did the
Diamonds.
He did the whole.
My diamonds stay with you.
Yeah,
that's a good tune. That's a fucking bop, like.
Yeah, he's a great pop artist.
Yes. Well,
but it's not enough nowadays. People want like infamy. You know, they're like, do something stupid, Sam.
Infamy. They've all got it. Infamy.
Up the rock.
Big Sammy.
It's very enjoyable.
Sam Smith should have just called himself like one thing, instead of Sam Smith. Not even Sam, just make up a word. Lizzo, you know what I mean? Like
Transformer.
Sammy.
Because of the thing.
Yeah.
Bin bags.
Yeah. Big Sammy bin bags. You fucking love it. But it was funny, like they showed a photo of him. He was real skinny, and someone was like, "What do you see when you look at that?" And I think it was Zane Lowe actually, and he's like, "I was so unhappy. I was starving myself."
You're definitely happier after like a double cheese. Like I don't care what anyone says.
Yeah, the guy's like, once I was up and running, famous, fucking time of tits.
Kate Moss, like nothing tastes as good as skinny feels. I'm like, you've never had a drive-through.
Yeah, shut up, bitch.
Yeah. You've obviously never done a gig in a bogs somewhere and then had to fucking eat on your way home. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because a lot of the stuff you get tastes good.
Yeah.
Do you know what I mean?
Absolutely.
Go and get her a fucking Subway with a wee bit of satay on it. You know what I mean?
I was watching. There was a whole argument about someone on like Sports Illustrated, and there was a sort of bigger, curvier girl, and there was this whole argument, and then there's a guy called Mark Bell who's like one of these old school powerlifter types who was huge, like really big and kind of chubby and fucking just an absolute tank, and then shredded away down. And he was running along, and he goes, "Well, you're talking about like sports, people saying about it's not athletic," and he goes, "I know plenty of girls in my gym that'll fucking deadlift 200 kilos that look like that."
Yeah.
And he goes, "Being thin doesn't really mean athletic." He's like, "What are we talking about here? Athletic or skinny?"
Yeah.
Because he goes, like athletic is a whole fucking thing.
Athlete.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? See if I need to run for a poke van, I'll make it.
Oh,
you know what I mean?
I was doing my mobility class in here earlier, and the guy was like, "The range you have, flexibility wise, is crazy."
People say I have mad flexibility. I mean, it doesn't come up as often as you would think, but it does come up.
But then he followed it up by, "That means they're weak also," and I was like, "All right, you have me there for
what's weak? Your joints?
Like if something is like naturally, like if you could just fucking fall down into the splits with the use of gravity.
Yep.
That's flexible, but it doesn't mean that it's strong.
Right, okay.
Strong would be you're on a slidey floor and you could fucking pull yourself back on your feet.
So it's like somebody saying you're a Jello, like you're basically a big jelly.
Because he had me.
That's what I am.
He had me worked up on the start of the sentence. I was like, "Thank you, mate." Oh, right, okay.
They've actually done tests on me where they've said
tests.
Yeah, where they go like, "This is your body fat percentage. This is your muscle mass.
This is your brain on drugs."
I'm actually part trifle now. It's mental. Let us see your lady fingers.
Custard base.
I love the custard and trifle. It's not like that's the thing that I like.
Do you know
I don't like much of the rest of it.
There's an ongoing joke with the in-laws,
right?
Where for about whatever had happened, we'd been down at the in-laws on like a Sunday, and then for food again on like a Tuesday, and then probably like a Friday, and then a Saturday morning. Like we'd been down just breakfasts or whatever, and Maureen's ma was like, "Do you want a trifle?" And then she was like, "Do you want a bit of this trifle?" And then the Friday, I think, still, she was like, "Do you want a bit of this trifle?" And then that was about 3 years ago now, but it's still, she'll be like, is anyone going to the shops or whatever? She was, "There's only trifle here." It's a joke. It's funny when you're there, but yeah, it's her thing now.
Could you say it again? I'm a trifle deaf.
I'm a trifle deaf.
Sorry.
It's weird that trifle also means a wee bit of
something, yeah. Or that you can be trifling is a great word.
Yeah.
Great word.
Trifling. Well, my trifle. Have you ever had a chocolate trifle?
Yes.
That's business.
My sister-in-law makes this thing that she calls a splodge kick. It is essentially Is that what the people doing the tests come up with at the end? Well, you're falling into Splodge Kick. We've had to come up with a new. You're not just a trifle anymore.
Yeah.
We've gone past Pavlova and trifle. You're a fucking Splodge Kick.
I don't know if I'm Splodge Kick, but I'm definitely meatloaf.
It's fucking unreal. It's basically a chocolate trifle, but it's fucking dirt.
Splodge Kick.
Yeah, it's just all.
Have you had a spaff bun?
Creams.
Various creams. Go on.
Yeah, a splooge toasty. It's just all like different creams and all, and like chocolate and fucking like a big whack of chocolate sponge and all in the middle of it. It's fucking filthy.
I'm picturing
flake and all.
You know those like cakes where it's like thin layer cream.
It's in a big bowl though.
Didn't take us long to get onto the cake.
It's in a big bowl, and it's unreal. Now I haven't had it in like 6 years or something, 7 years since they were over here. Like so, since they were over here and made a Splodge Kick anyway.
Where they live?
They're in Canada now. They were in Somerset.
Kind of the Americas, that sort of.
Yeah, but no, they're from like Somerset down near Glastonbury, but it's a good time. Like if you get the Splodge Kick. My mate's ma used to make a Coca-Cola chocolate cake. It was like Coke in the sense that it was very addictive.
Talk to me.
I don't even know what she does. I believe that I think any time that you would use milk or water in it, she uses Coke. And it's just dirt, like.
Have you ever had a Coke float?
Yes.
Stinking.
A smoky. That's what it would have been called in my house.
Do you know what a real smoky is?
No.
It's a practice that they do in like Pakistan or something.
Right.
Where they don't disembowel a sheep. And they basically roast all the hair off it with the innards in it. And then pull it all out after. And it's illegal to do, so they have to do it legally. And they call it a smoky.
But what's the benefit of that? Like, and then do they eat the meat?
Yeah.
Or they're just torturing a sheep?
The sheep's dead, but they don't clean it out like you would a normal animal.
So do you know what's weird about that though, potentially, is that when you cook stuff with offal still in it, if you overcook it, it goes very bitter, very fast. Offal.
Well, there's some sort of taste off it. These boys
I wouldn't eat it. Like.
But the only reason I know that is because there was a Vice documentary about this woman who, her and her husband owned a sheep farm in Wales or was it Wales? Somewhere anyway. Husband died and she was like, I'm not fit to like run this farm. But one way she was making sneaky money was
making smokies.
Doing smokies with the sheep.
Imagine I went to India and went, fuck, I'd love a smoky.
Yeah.
And I'm expecting half a pint of Coke with a big load of fucking vanilla ice cream in it.
Yeah.
And they give me a fucking old barbecued fucking sheep beard, like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
A load of fucking offal in it.
With its bits in it still.
CB, have you ever had any offal? Is there anything that you've had?
What falls into offal?
Organs, kidney, liver, pancreas.
Yeah, I've had
sweetbreads, which I think is another word for pancreas.
I don't know about sweetbreads. I feel like that's a bit dodgy to eat.
Looks fucking rank as well.
Sweetbreads is like a thyroid gland or something.
I think it's a pancreas. It looks like a fucking brain. It's disgusting.
Let me double check that. Let me ruin the crack with facts.
Or is it a gallbladder? I think it's a fucking. I mean, I just don't want to eat an animal's one of them. Do you know what I mean? I'll eat its fucking back, but I don't want, I'll eat its legs.
I'll eat flesh.
Yeah.
I mean,
I'll eat muscle
sweetbread,
mass.
The thymus, yeah, like a thyroid gland of whatever.
That's rank. Imagine somebody eating your thyroid. You wouldn't know what to do. Do you ever see? Do you remember? That's like something that that looks rank.
I mean, do you know what makes it even ranker? Right there, that looks like a wee crusty bit of fish.
Yeah.
Right there, it looks. You see when they've done a diagram of it and been like lumps.
Yeah.
Do you want to eat these lumps? These sweet lumps? These lovely lady lumps?
Yeah, it's fucking disgusting.
Some things just aren't worth the fucking.
Not worth it. The squeeze isn't worth the juice. And do you know what there's going to be in a thyroid juice, mate?
Have you ever had truffle?
Yeah, like yeah.
What's the big deal?
I don't know what the big deal is. It's fucking balls.
You know, hey, if you're stuck at home and you don't have truffle, cut a circle out of a leather belt and eat that.
Yeah, see a mushroom.
Same.
Sorry, see truffle oil. If you had truffle oil,
Aye.
wank, and it's disgusting. See if you put that in soup, it's fucking leaping. Like it's too much.
Yeah.
It's like
It's like a really pungent olive oil.
but it's like huffing the fucking soul out of a mushroom. Like it's too much. Do you know what I mean?
You ever
It's
had the
like
soul huffed out of your mushroom?
It's just
I could do with it this afternoon, tell ya.
it's just fucking. It'd be like going over to a fucking mushroom farmer and like just absolutely gargling the bag off him for 5 minutes. It's fucking grim.
Oh, Jesus. Didn't take us long to
No.
get onto the fucking... Do you want to watch this guy get humped by a dog real quick?
Aye.
This is a video of a man being like molested by a dog the whole way through Belfast.
Get the fuck at me. No.
Oh, Jesus.
No. Stay. What are you recording for, you dick? No.
What are you crying for, you dick? Anyway, it's quite a long video, but the
I think that he
point...
keeps saying no to it as if a dog's gonna go.
But
Oh
it-
no, is it right? Oh my god.
It just won't leave him alone. Like he's in a shop and still trying to hump a leg off him.
Mate, you come closer, bro.
Stop.
You working?
Mate, get the lift up a street. Mate, they're trying to rent. It's following me in my fucking turn. Is that your dog?
No.
It's not my fucking dog. To be fair, it does look like his dog.
I know.
And
Is that your dog?
he sounds like somebody that would own a dog like that.
Oh, without a doubt.
Yeah.
Full pit bull. Like.
Yeah.
Is that your dog? Doesn't look like my fucking dog.
Give it a name like fucking here's Tyson. It's always Tyson or fucking something like that, like an old boxer. Do you know what I mean? Marciano.
Here's Jack Johnson. Full name.
Sugar Ray Leather. You're wanted.
Unbelievable. Oh, fuck.
Oh, it's very enjoyable, mate. That's mental.
I don't know if...
That's fully trying to fuck him, like.
What area of Belfast are smicks contained to?
Oh, they're everywhere. There's just different types.
You know, because we lived, you know, definitely on the outskirts of Belfast, but there was still smickish behaviour going on in our,
It's
street.
everywhere. It's everywhere. It's just there's just different kinds. Very subtle grades of smick.
Like smick probably, you know, if you step out of the picture, you think West Belfast.
Yeah.
I would
North
say
though, north as well.
North as well.
East has a different vibe to it though.
Hoods.
East has. Do you know what else East has? Because I've met some of these. I've seen them on a boat over to Scotland. There's a specific type of guy that gets that boat who they're saying things to their mates, but they want everyone around them to hear it.
Oh yeah.
Do you know? And they use the name overly. You know, Norman, come here over here to me, Norman, because I have something to tell you, Norman. See on a boat like this, Norman. You need to watch yourself, Norman. And I'm going. And the whole time though, he's actually not even looking at Norman. He's sort of looking over at me. And I'm going, I've no need to be part of your conversation, mate. You know what I mean? And they do a lot of like, you know, on a day like that, Nigel, tell you what, that's a day. That is a day, Nigel.
That's a day.
That's a day, isn't it, Nigel? And they're looking at you and I'm going, you fuck up.
There's a lot of, I've noticed now having a child, there's a lot of outward parenting from certain people.
There's a lot of
Sit down, and then like open, like made up threats. Oh, the man will come along and throw you off the boat.
What does Maisie want today? You tell Maisie. You tell Maisie what Maisie's having. Maisie is 3.
Maisie don't know what the fuck's going on.
Yeah. Maisie doesn't know why you've brought her into a fucking an adult coffee experience. I've talked about this. I can't.
Oh, you don't think children should be in?
There's certain places. It's not even that I think they shouldn't be there. I go, your kid won't enjoy this. No child wakes up going, I want a mock ball. And see if they do, fuck them. If they do, you've made them into a wee dick before their time.
They shouldn't know what it is that they're getting either. Like we take Eddie to this wee place, very sort of small little quaint cafe, because there's a blue smoothie bowl. They put like spirulina or whatever, but he thinks it's great crack because it's blue. But I swear to God, we have the duration of the time he's eating that. to fucking wrap it up.
Yeah,
like,
yeah.
Because he's like, he's like, last mouthful, he's like, "Wait, that's me fucking wrecking the gaff now."
Yeah,
and then
yeah.
you're like, okay, we're off now.
Yeah.
But there
There's
are
just-
people will just sit there like on their phone. The child's like,
The child is going absolutely buck mad in the place. Like, do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
That happens. It melts me. It melts me in certain places.
yeah.
In certain places.
I do have certain, like the plane scenario when a baby's crying and people are like, for fuck's sake, shut that child up. You're like, I'd be crying too if
I know.
it was socially acceptable right
Yes,
now. You know what I mean?
I see. I think. Do you know what I think gets me? Kids being let to run amok. That fucking melts me. But that melts me. Even when I was a wee boy, that used to melt me because I wasn't allowed.
Yeah.
So I'd just be looking at kids. Have I told you about this before? Like if I ever went anywhere, like I would say, mate, I was a smug wee cunt. Like I still am, but like I was so smug when I was a kid in terms of like, like if I saw other kids misbehaving and not getting what they want or getting cracked around the back of the legs, I would just be sitting going like this,
Yeah. Look at me.
prancing as we go through various parts of the Kennedy Centre or Park Centre, and I'm holding on to my mum's trolley going,
Yeah.
I'll get the magazine that you wanted, Ajay. Because
Yeah.
I've been a good boy. I was a wee cunt.
So you were like the fucking, you like that contrast. You'd
Yeah.
be like, look, mother, look at how it could
Look,
be.
absolutely.
Would you like a mocha ball?
Look at how it could be if I was a wee twat.
Yeah.
I was a twat of a different nature. Do
Yeah.
you know what I mean? It's just, I fucking can't stand that. I can't stand when kids. I hate hearing kids like, say under 10 asking for oh, can I have
Yeah.
is there no souffle?
Yeah.
You shouldn't even fucking know what that is.
Yeah. What do you want for dinner? And they're like, couscous salad.
Yeah.
We don't have couscous.
Yeah. We can't.
Eddie eats like a fucking just the man's on the continental breakfast all day. Like
That's great.
he
I
just
want to be that.
like all this. You know why people are like, we just can't get our child to eat anything else apart from sausage rolls and chips. I'd love it if he had a fucking sausage roll. I'm trying to find blueberries and overnight oats for this motherfucker all day.
Yeah.
Toast, croissant.
They'll soon eat something if you hand them it and don't give them anything else. Like,
Well, that's it. Or
says the man without children, but I've seen it happen.
or lift it up and be like, and they just like, give me some of that.
Yeah, yeah.
And you're like, you don't even know what it is, bro.
Mate, I was weird in other ways though. Like I used to need my food to have like a story with it. I wanted a narrative on the plate. Like, have I told you about this about my mash? I used to want my mash to be shaped into the castle from Narnia, Car Paravel.
You're mad, Leonardo da Vinci.
Castles of mash. That's what I used to get. True story. I'd mix it with beans and then just like make wee towers on the corners.
What if you were really starving? You didn't have time for the
Well, I
fantasy.
Oh no, I always made time for the story. Like,
What if you're getting soup and you're like, why?
Oh, no,
why
no,
is
I
there
was-
no palace of soup?
no, that was okay. It was okay if it wasn't, but if it was
Just
getting
drop it in
mash,
front of you, be like, there's a lake or
if
something.
it was getting mash, I wanted a tail. Like, you know what I mean? It's weird. Like,
Fucking
I
maniac.
didn't know it was weird until I was much older.
Is that one of the weirder? Like Aaron let slip to us one day that he wanks on his side, and I haven't let him away with it since. Like,
He lies on his side, the wank.
yeah.
Weird.
But it's like one of them things you let.
I always just get on to my honkers.
Like doggy style, like carpet.
That's weird. That is weird. Like.
Yeah, but it is one of them things you just let slip, and then all your mates forever are like, what?
I know. Yeah.
What?
Well, wanking on your side's weirder than wanting a fucking castle of mash, isn't it?
Yeah, I feel like there's some sort of circulation problem going on there. Do you know what I
Yeah.
mean? It's like when a horse breaks its leg and they have to shoot it because it can't stand and won't heal.
Yeah. So
Like that. I don't even know if I get a boner on my side.
No, I don't think I can.
I don't know. The guy grew up in a fucking bunk bed his whole life. He
Just
developed some.
wanking facing the wall in case somebody walks in.
You
Oh,
developed some weird techniques. But that's a weird one now. I need a tail with my.
I don't need it anymore. I used to. When I'm talking like when I was like 5 and 6.
Well, I like to think you don't need it anymore. Sitting in jocks are like, this little chicken used to.
What's the story of these shuffles? Once upon a time, mate. Quick.
Give me some sort of backstory before you're like hovering it over your mouth. Tell me something nice.
Oh, man, I had a wee shuffles the other day.
Is this one of
So
the days you were telling me you were on like 300 calories a day or something?
I had 2 really bad days. I've had 2 horrendous days of food there during the week.
Too much food or too little
Too
food?
much, and then I had nothing yesterday.
You see,
I had a really, really bad day.
this is the
No,
problem.
but I couldn't even face it yesterday. That's how bad the day before was. I couldn't even face it.
You couldn't face eating yesterday?
Yeah.
Because you absolutely...
Made a room of myself. No, it was disgusting the day before.
What was that? Was that Doogie's Goodies Day?
I had a Truffles, I had my Doogie's Goodies,
I mean, I feel like when you're driving the...
and I had what do you call it? I had fucking noodles for dinner, like out of the Chinese. Like that's horrendous. That's horrendous. The Doogie's Goodies was amazing, but it was a chocolate French fancy and a bit of a fucking haystack as well.
Because this is the problem, everyone. I have it too. You don't have to, go I had nothing. I'm hunger striking it to...
No. Yesterday, I apart from I didn't really have a lot of time free during the day. Like I was literally in back-to-back shit from about fucking 10 in the morning. I couldn't face it up until I got to a gig last night, and I thought, I'll ease back in here with a wee packet of bacon fries, and I have my dinner when I get home. I had some Haribos as well. Mate, they let on a wee spread for us that gig in the gym. It was fun.
Hilarious. That opening line. Hilarious.
Yeah, so going to the gym, and I just go, so I'm doing a gig in the gym, and I go, this is what the inside of a gym looks like. Very enjoyable. It was a good night.
The funny thing is, if you were in a CrossFit gym or something, they all eat like fucking pigs. They're all sweets and bars and cakes, and it's her birthday. We're fucking...
It's because they're fucking punishing themselves every day, though.
Yeah, that's
you know what I mean?
That's what you can do. You can have it all. Do the fucking 1,000 fucking clean joke.
Yeah.
Till your shoulder blows out and then eat a cake.
Yeah. Sometimes I just have the cake. You know what I mean?
Most of the times I just have a cake. But yeah, being busy helps.
Rolling over onto your side for a wank. I'm not really past that, to be fair.
No, it's a weird one. It's a weird one.
I don't think I have the arms for it either.
I can eat a cake on my side.
Like Caesar.
Yeah. Just dangle it into my mouth.
Just fucking seasoning your bake with a wee French fancy, yeah.
Do you want to hear this?
Yeah, what's this?
It's off Reddit. Write a love letter in Ulster Scots.
Oh my god.
The most romantic language. Will I do it in the Sassenger in a long bat?
Oh,
Will
absolutely.
I do it in the voice?
Give me the accent, yeah.
Dear bonny lass, I'll confess I've a lang had a hankering for ye. I don't know what he was going to go. I don't know where he was going to go when he said, I have a long sausage bap in my undercrackers. You've got my heart racing like a hare fleeing a hunt. Every time I see ye, my mind goes all to pieces like a tatty mash.
Is that what it says?
I mean, balls.
Does it say like a hare fleeing a hunt?
Yeah.
Oh my god.
I mean, the window was wide open for a cunt
know,
rhyme there.
yeah.
You've got eyes as blue as the sky or Ballycastle, and hair as soft as the feathers on a bonny wee bird.
Imagine somebody actually said that to you.
When you smile, it's like the sun coming out from behind the clouds. None of this is Ulster Scots. And when you laugh, it's like the sound of a ceilidh in full swing.
Oh my god.
It goes on. I didn't know there was part 2. I'm Ken. I'm not the best with words, clearly, but I hope you ken how I feel. Very Scottish there. You're the last of my dreams, the one I've been looking for all my life. I'd walk 1,000 miles over bog and moor just to see you smile. So if you'll have me, I'll be yours forevermore. We'll dance to the sound of the fiddle and the pipes, and we'll make our own music together. We'll roam the hills and dales of Ulster, hand in hand. We'll never let go. You're the love of my life, and I'll love you till the end of time. Yours always, your name.
Oh my god. I enjoyed that line, I'd walk over 1,000 miles of Moor and Bog. That's a bit like, remember those jokes? It was like, I drag my fucking dick over a mile of broken glass to hear you queef through a radio. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I'd fucking walk 1,000 miles to sniff the dick that fucked you last time. Do you know what I mean? One of them ones. One of them ones. Do you know what I mean? Yeah. That's fucking amazing.
At handstand walk over broken glass.
Yeah.
The fucking
your hair's as red as the water of the Boyne when we fucking slaughter them Fenian cunts. You know what I mean?
Do you like Lizzo?
Her gusset's as creamy as the first milking of a spring calf, you know. Oh mate, that is fucking unbelievable.
Speaking of tatty mash,
Is there tars in it?
the underside of this desk like a fucking like a splodge pie or whatever.
Oh, that is fucking wild though. That's wild.
My
Man.
fucking cock's as hard as the granite the Giants Causeway. Some nerd writing it's not granite. Shut up. Oh god.
Oh my god.
Work when you used to say that, sing that song, go work up a lump to the top of my pump.
Yeah. Oh, chef's
That's
kiss,
me kissing
yeah.
you on the anus.
I hadn't played that in ages until Lavery's last week.
Oh, I had a fucking encore.
Oh, it was a gag, mate. That was so funny.
Did you hear my line when I was like, "Is he still there?" And he's away, and I was like, "Kieran's on a fucking drive-through right now."
I didn't hear it.
Did you not hear that?
No, because one of the
I got a big laugh because I
was,
thought you just bailed him.
I was already at the door, and one of the doormen tapped me on the shoulder and goes, "Here, I think I want you back." And I went, "Right." Came around and went, "Fuck, I don't know if I even have any." Because I thought I was done. I wasn't even thinking about.
I know. Like the encore, kind of got a bit cheesy for a while.
Yeah.
Because people would.
Yeah, they would like plan it.
They'd walk off stage and come back on, and they'd be away for 2 seconds or something. But that was a legit like you were about to leave, and then they're like, "Do you want to go back on?"
It was
But
funny.
that's what I said. I was like, "Kieran's in a drive-through as we speak."
I was
like,
Wednesday, wasn't it? And then
Aye.
Thursday was a madhouse in there, mate.
yeah.
At so many people in the front row just yelling shit, and you're going.
Was it that girl in a red dress by any chance?
She was one of them.
Yeah,
She was all like. At one point, she just started demanding free drink because
Yeah.
people had taken the piss out of her. And I'm going.
Yeah.
Can't really help you there.
I gotta say, I think it's one thing I don't do at Lavery's, which is like really lay into somebody. Like I'll just have a bit of fun with them and turn the gun on myself a bit, but I'll not very Belfast old school to be like the fucking state of you. I don't really do that there.
I don't really. I try not to, and then somebody else. I very rarely fire the first shot. I'll say that.
Yes,
I used to come out.
But here, chat shit, get banged.
Absolutely, that's what it is.
Because I brought you on, I was out the back, and then the TV on the monitor was turned down, but I could just hear vaguely like, "Mate, anyway, change the guitar now." It was not a brilliant say, "Fucking mate."
I went to say something. She shouted something, and I was like, "The only thing louder than your bake is your dress." And then she was like, she had like a big ponytail.
Yeah.
And I goes, "Will somebody please hang me with her plait?" And she was pissing herself. Like, they were loving that, to be fair.
Anytime somebody's like, like, "Oh, what's crack?" And you're like, "Oh, we just got rid of the kids for the night." I'm like, take them out now.
Yeah.
Take them out of the room right now.
They see, to be fair, they didn't even annoy me. There was ones like over the other side who were just shouting stuff that you couldn't even hear or make out what they were saying. So it's just fucking melting.
I hate that.
But it was a good gig though.
Because people think it's like heckling. You're like, no, it's not even a heckle. That's just
A heckle. I love a heckle. Do you know what? I did Glasgow on Friday, and it was good, and it was tame, but there was a wee bit of banter.
Yes.
And then Saturday was a late show, and I thought Saturday was going to be fucking wild, and it was literally like, it was so tame. Like,
Yeah.
I couldn't believe that.
The last time we went to Austin, and they were like, yeah, well, like Aaron managed to hook us up with a couple of spots at like Creek in the Cave. Late show starts at fucking 12 or something. The Dirty Show. It was like the fucking PAV 8 years ago. Wasn't it? Like, it was just like, I mean, dirty as in this guy's not really good at comedy, but he's just going to be up there, talking about retarded Mexicans or something. You know what I mean? You know what I mean? You're like, fuck's sake, man. But yeah, I was like, I've been to dirtier fucking communions, and this is fucking fine.
Yeah, no, it was. I thought that too. I thought it was going to be really like people are going to be fucking. It's going to be like a bear pit.
As if people.
So just like people had paid like 20 quid in, so it was just more like.
That's
you
right.
do some fucking jokes, please. I thought it was a wee bit there, like, but it was a great gig.
I always find when we lived in Glasgow, like the stand would have went like the cheap night on say Monday or Tuesday, Fiver, Red Raw, open mic, kind of crazy students, and then it would sort of wind down as the week went on. So by the time, and the ticket price went up too. So by the time you hit like Friday night, it was 15 quid, and then Saturday's 20 quid. They were different types of people.
That's what it was, yeah. Saturday was like very nice.
Yeah.
Friday was a wee bit more the way I would like it.
And even that stand, even that area of Glasgow is nice.
Yeah.
You know, so if you've Saturday night off and you've a bit of cash, you're not getting a load of fucking Hallions.
I got the worst Domino's pizza I've ever had in my life in there, in Scotland. The worst pizza.
Of all places you could eat, like, and you go.
No, it was fair. No, don't even start me. You see, now you've started me. I went to places that said they were open on Google that were all fucking closed. I went to like 4 places before I went Domino's. Domino's it is. Mate, it was somehow burnt on the top and not cooked in the middle. It was fucking disgusting. Now, I told this to Chloe and she goes, did you eat it? I went, well, of course I fucking had it. Like,
Oh yeah.
there's no way. What am I meant to do? Not eat it?
I don't know how many times I've been in a hotel room in just my boxers, sitting at the table with the TV here way too close.
Yep.
Eating something, going, this is fucking disgusting.
Yep.
Eat the rest of it.
I actually lay in my monks on the bed, and I swear I had a garlic dip resting like a third tit right in the middle. I was just going, this is stinking. And I was watching Family Guy. It was like fucking 2 a.m.
Sometimes I have behavior by myself in a hotel room where I'm like, if I just drop dead right now, this would not look good.
I walked back into my room on Saturday afternoon.
Stench?
Unbelievable.
Yeah.
I'd only been there from Friday. Like, it was unbelievable.
Yeah.
Wasn't like a normal smell either.
Yeah.
It was really like a pee bag, like, but also with just like more, like a hint more shine on it.
Yeah.
It was fucking weird.
That night
And I was shining. I had a shower before I went, and then I got there, got a shower before I went out that night. So, and then a shower next morning.
Mm-hmm.
There's no reason for it to smell like a fucking dick foot, but that's what it was. It was fucking disgusting.
That night we got snowed in Belfast and had to stay in the Clayton. And I was the same, like, came in, wasn't even in the room that long, came in late. We ordered a fucking Gucci chip and it arrived, opened it up, ate the fucking, what I could out of this fucking heap, and then put it in the paper bag, rolled it back up, sat there, fell asleep, got showered, had to go down to CIARAN because he had no charger because we literally got abandoned, like, stranded, sorry, and gave him the charger, went back up the mountain, and the same, walked into the room, and I was just like, was there a fucking gay orgy in here? Do you know what I mean? I don't know whether it was like actual kebab farts and then just some socks lying there.
Yeah,
but I was
yeah.
like, this fucking smells like death in here.
I couldn't even breathe. Do you know what I thought to myself when I was leaving as well? When I woke up on Saturday or Sunday morning, I was out early. Like, I was at the drive 2 hours to get to the boat, and the boat was at like
7 or something?
11 or some shit.
Oh, okay.
But I had to be out of the hotel about 7:30 to get where I was going on time, whatever it was, because you have to get there early. Anyway, I was doing all that, and I drive like a dick, so I always like to take a wee bit of extra time. So I couldn't even bring myself to open the window. I thought, you know what, they deserve this when they come in.
Take this stuff.
They deserve to know what a man can do on his own. Like, you know, I didn't even wank when I was there. I couldn't. It was so stinking.
I couldn't. Not with a garlic sauce in your chest.
No, you don't want to fucking spill that shit. Like, it was unbelievable.
Is it not the first thing you do when you get in there?
No.
Drop the bag. I have a cock out in the hallway.
Nah, I do you know genuinely? Do you know what the first thing is? I do? If I can, I'll get down in the just like knocking on my feet, and I want
take your shoes off, as they call it.
I'll take my socks and shoes off. I'll drop the bag, right, and I'll get into the bed and I'll do a wee foot shuffle, and then I'll feel good. Love that. It's like fists through your toes at a Die Hard. It's that type of a thing.
Okay.
Get the circulation back in.
Who needs wanking?
Mate, there's no way I'd milk myself in a fucking ibis. It's disgusting. Fuck knows. You don't want to leave somewhere that then becomes a crime scene after you leave. Do you know what I mean?
I just think it's like, you know, in an ibis, bro. It's
Always
like
in
a
an ibis.
fart in the wind. You know what I
Mate,
mean? The whole place is glowing.
It's actually, if the mop the jizz out of it, the walls would fall. You know what I mean? It's fucking stinking.
Yeah, it's like if Lemmy stopped drinking alcohol. It's like it's part of the fabric of the whole thing. I always said that. I was a girl in front row at Lavery's one night, and I was like, "Where do you work?" And she goes, "Galgorm." And I was like, "Are people not just skating around on semen in there?" You know what I mean? It's just an absolute fuckfest.
A cesspit, yeah. A posh cesspit.
A deer fucking squirt pool. You know, it's like, do you wanna, here, where do you want to ejaculate? Warm, cold, somewhere in the middle, dry, hot. Where do you want to jizz?
Just me had my hands the whole time.
Yeah.
Is it warm in here?
You coming in with two welding gloves into a hot tub?
That's mental. Ibises are just wee stinkholes. Like, see the bathrooms in them. They're in those wee pods.
Aye, they're all minging.
They are. But all hotels.
Every hotel's
Yeah.
minging. Like, I don't care. I don't really like hotels, but I'm just like, none of them are fucking clean.
Isn't there? There's a point in life when your bed is better than a hotel bed. Like,
Yeah.
you have an actual better bed, and
Yeah.
then staying in a hotel just feels like a fucking gouge.
Yeah, I might have stayed in like 2 places ever where I was like, this is nice. This is nicer than my house. Not that my house is that nice, but you know what I mean?
No,
You're
I
just
know what
like,
you mean,
you
yeah.
know, we paid for a nice bed.
Yeah.
Maureen's got some sort of fucking fancy pillow that does something that I don't know about, but I go, The pillow's nearly more disgusting than the fucking toilet. Anyway, do you want to hit some questions here?
Sure.
I'll rattle these out. You're hard out at 1:45.
Yeah. What time we on?
Half.
Right. Good.
Let's do it.
Going to Dublin tonight to see Roy Keane.
Up a hoods.
Yes. I hope they'll let me ask him a question.
Who's better, Fred Durst or David Gray? You have to ask that to King. No.
Is that a question?
Yeah.
Who's better?
Fred Durst or David Gray?
That's like saying what's better, fucking toast or
being
pasta.
stabbed.
Do you know what I mean? Yeah. You know what I mean? Though it's like both are good at different things.
Yeah.
I'll say this: I think Fred Durst would be better at doing David Gray's music than David Gray would be at doing Fred Durst's. Therefore, Durst wins. You know,
I mean,
Durst can do a ballad if he has to. Look,
Yeah, probably. And
have you heard him doing "Behind Blue Eyes"?
No.
Oh, mate, the Limp Bizkit version of it, the Who song, "Behind Blue Eyes." No,
I mean, the thing about, like Limp Bizkit is Riff City.
oh, I
know?
hear.
Riff City.
No.
Yeah.
It's just one of those.
The worst part of Limp Bizkit is Fred Durst. I've said that for a long time.
I think the worst part is the DJ. I can do without the scratching.
I don't think there's enough bands with DJs these
No,
days.
DJ Lethal.
Yeah. DJ Lethal Bites from Derry. Morning, chaps. Best rumour you've heard about yourselves?
Oh, I don't know if I've heard a lot of rumors about me. Oh! I've got one. Somebody once told my 2 sisters that this is true. So he was chatting up my 2 sisters in the Filthy McNasties while I was playing guitar.
Phil Days?
Filthy McNasties.
Philly
right?
McNasties?
That's one of the best fucking things I've ever seen in my life. But he's chatting to my 2 sisters and starts saying he knows me, and my 2 sisters are going, "Do you?" Aye? And he goes, "I," and said that I was like the lost member of the script, that I had written a load of script songs, and that I was in like a legal battle with your man, what's his name, Danny O'Donoghue or something. And my sisters are going,
So he didn't know they were related
yeah,
to you, like?
yeah, fucking mad.
Class.
That's years ago. So that's probably the best rumor I've heard about me, that I was like
Fair
you
play,
know,
Dago. What?
the man who can't be moved because he's quite large. Do you know what I mean? The man who can't be moved without the aid of a crane. You know what I mean?
Here's my new song, Forklift. Thank you, Phil Days. Thanks, Phil Days.
Unbelievable.
Phil Days McNasties.
What's the best one you've heard?
There was just a few back in the early Blender days where people were on my page going, "Mate, you got your shit kicked in outside the fucking," and then somewhere I'd never been in my whole life. You know what I mean? Like, I was
People sometimes do say that, though, don't they? They come over and say, "Oh, mate, see how gig you did," and it's always like you've never been to it.
yeah.
And somebody said to me recently, they saw me, and they were saying to me like, "I saw you on such and such a street," and I went, "I don't even know where that is." And they were like, it's in Lisburn. And I was like, right. And he was like, "Sorry, I saw you and I might have been sort of staring at you a wee bit. I didn't want to freak you out." And I was like, that wasn't me. So you've freaked someone else out probably, but definitely not me. Like,
There's
just wasn't there.
there's a lot of confusion between me and you these days.
Really?
A lot of people going.
Oh, somebody. That's right.
Someone went on my Patreon to buy tickets for the
panel show?
quiz, the panel show. And I was like, I'm not even on the fucking poster. And she goes, oh, I must have got confused. Thought you were Kieran. I was like, but he's still called Kieran.
She was like, I didn't have my glasses on. Like, text you going, you're just a squint away from this. That's one of the best things I ever said in my life. Nobody even knows about it.
I was just a squint away. But like, yeah, but it's still a different name and different podcast.
Also, we just don't look like each other. Like, do you know what I mean? It's just not even true.
And I've had a few people going like, oh, you went with my cousin back in the day. And I went, oh, did I? And then they give me some name. And I'm like, literally hearing that name for the first time in my life.
Yeah. Somebody said...
But send on a couple of photos there to see if I can remember.
The owner was saying to me yesterday that somebody had written about comedy from here and wrote my name and Mickey's name and then did a bracket and wrote no relation. I'm like, all right, weird. Well, definitely, yeah, we are related.
Yeah.
Weird. I know it's weird, isn't it, though? Is that who wrote it? I didn't know it. That's mental. That's weird. When we're fully, like, actually related.
Yeah.
And we've talked about it all the time because it's the first fucking thing anybody asks you.
Yeah.
Anything to Mickey? No, he's something to me.
Yeah. Exactly. I don't know how I feel about anyone writing about comedy here.
No. The boom.
Yeah, the boom is...
Comedy's really flying here.
The boom is there is a handful of very good comedians from here right now. That's the fucking boom.
Yeah.
And why is it more successful in music? Because there's very good comedians from here right now. When's it gonna pop? When the very good comedians from here start dying. Which won't be long.
Which won't be long. Sounds like you're gonna start fucking taking people down.
In brackets, not related.
The Rob.
Yeah, that's just what it is.
Mm.
And the plus internet.
The enter.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
That's what it is. The boom was also backed by the fact that all promoters who fucking leeched on, that was their fucking life raft coming out of COVID. Because they couldn't do music gigs.
Yeah.
You know?
And now it's working.
And
people know about it.
Yeah, I don't know.
Do you know what? Do you know, like reading those articles though that say like, you know, up and comers, you know, up and coming acts like Kieran Bartlett, Mickey Bartlett, not related.
Well, I missed one. I forget what paper it was in. Someone was like, "Oh, you're in the list of people to look out for." Well,
so,
like in a fucking sex offender way. What are we talking?
Like in a sort of, what do you call him? Fucking I good one time, Carlos the Jackal sort of a way. You know?
Yeah.
Remember him?
No.
Don't remember Carlos the Jackal? He was like the fucking most wanted man forever, like, in the column. No? Okay.
Did he have another name?
Carlos something. Probably.
McJackal.
Probably.
Right, how long? With 3 minutes left here. Oh shit, I missed one. Oh, I missed a good one. There was one about comedy. What's Kieran's pet peeves with other comedians when he's doing stand-up? That's weird.
Well, like things I don't like other comedians do.
What's Kieran's pet peeves with other comedians when he's doing stand-up? That's a weird question.
I don't do stand-up about other comedians. I don't know if that's what it means. Does it mean like when I'm doing stand-up, what bugs me about other comedians?
Yeah.
Not a lot, like.
Yeah,
I mean,
no.
I'll tend to sit and watch, and do you know, I sort of, I suppose if there, here's a pet peeve. Here's one pet peeve, but this is for everybody. When people are doing crowd work, and they ask somebody like, "What do you do?" or "Where are you from?" If there's no joke to follow the answer, that is a pet peeve of mine. You know, I'll go.
Okay.
Now you're just gathering information.
Okay.
You know, I need that to get the joke quickly.
I've got self-conscious about it now.
Sorry.
Nah, bro, I'm just quick with it.
You are quick with no. You always do a joke. You always do a joke. There's people who were.
I'm swift.
The last 5 things to get towards a joke, and
Yeah.
I go, "You've just interviewed that guy. You haven't joked." You know.
Crowd work's weird. I put up a crowd work clip the other day and someone was like, "He's just copying Paul Smith." And you're like, bro, like, he didn't invent crowd work.
No, he did not. He's very good at it, but he's not. Yeah.
Yeah.
You can't either because it's improv.
Yeah.
It's the very basis of improv. You say something back to me, I make a joke out of it.
You're just making up comedy on the spot the way another guy makes comedy up on the spot.
Yeah, that's fucking weird. That would be like going in the fucking burger restaurant and going, these are just copying Gordon Ramsay.
Yeah.
Why? Because there's fucking meat in a bap. All right.
And his might not even be the best burger.
I want meat in a bap. I'm starving.
Yeah.
Don't know if I mentioned that.
I'm Five Guys.
Are you? Are you Five Guys now after this?
In the comedy world, I'm Five Guys.
I sometimes need to get the genes of Five Guys and stitch them into one pair.
Anyway, what else is exciting here? Every time I go on holiday, something bad happens. Whether it be the sun almost drowning and getting mugged in Florida. What are some disasters you've had while away?
Well, the sun. That's not a disaster, is it?
On
a holiday,
it's just a problem for you anywhere you go.
That's just a weird statement, though, isn't it? Whether it's the sun or getting
The sun
drowned.
drowning. His own son
Oh,
drowning.
sorry, Jesus, I feel really bad now.
Almost. I think he said almost drowning. Almost
Sorry,
drowning.
I thought you said whether it's the sun, comma, almost drowning.
Aye.
And I'm going,
Yeah.
those are two things that are going to happen if you're at a beach. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Anywhere.
I nearly did drown on a holiday when I was younger.
I nearly died in Tenerife.
Recently?
Yeah.
Nice.
Like last November.
In a
Didn't have
pool?
a good time.
In a pool, like? Or?
No, out in the sea.
Oh, yeah?
Lost my feet out in the sea. Couldn't fucking stand back up. It was horrible.
Are you not a strong swimmer?
I'm like if you put a big bag of flour that weighed my weight into the sea, sort of what I'm like in terms of dexterity underwater.
Okay.
A bag of flour. Fucking
Just
grim.
soaks all the water up and
Just
falls to the
I'll
bottom.
take more water on and sink.
Ah.
It wasn't great. Chloe practically saved my life. Also got into a fight with Spanish Bob Hoskins, but I think we talked about that last time. He was a wee cunt, this waiter, in the hotel we were in the very first breakfast that we went to have. Because we sat at a seat that wasn't meant to be ours.
Yeah.
He freaked out at me, and I was looking at him going, I'm going to spark you out if you touch me.
Seat me.
He touched me a couple of times, and then I said to him quite quietly, stop fucking touching me. And I was
Bob.
like, I know, yeah. Or I'm going to knock you out, bosun me, all right? I'm going to fucking beat you to death, you know? I was like, you from fucking, who framed Roger Rabbit? I'd be framing your fucking bollocks.
You're like,
Doesn't even make sense.
I've just had a brush with death.
I know.
I don't give a fuck now.
I nearly drowned that sea. I'll think nothing about fucking eating your teeth, you can't. Oh.
I mean, if anyone spotted me swimming in Tenerife, I'd be in that park where they have the orcas.
Oh, yeah.
That's what I'm like, bro.
That's meant to be great. We didn't go to that.
It's good.
There was a lot of like bus toury things,
Yeah.
and we did one of them, and it fucking melted us. And we're like, let's just hang around the fucking beach in the hotel.
Did you hire a car in Tenerife?
No.
That's the move.
Is it?
You hire a car, yeah, because you can get about easy enough. But yeah, I went to that place and I was expecting it to
Key
be
information last November, like, you know.
Yeah, I was expecting a load of protesters and stuff outside that place. You know, like stop caging up the orcas. And then I went in and I was like, what a show!
Yeah.
What a fucking show!
Tell us this. What's the worst thing that's happened to you on holiday?
Well, when I was younger, my parents decided to go to Ibiza on a holiday. Not on a rave holiday, I think it was just a destination back in the day. And nearly drowned on that holiday. Twice, I think, maybe. Was it definitely at the bottom
In
of
the
a pool
pool?
for a long
Oh,
time,
Jesus.
staring up, just going,
That's the worst.
any
Like.
chance, lads? So nearly died on that. I mean, obviously just traveling a bit, just getting like absolute fucking parasites in my guts, like, you know, just like the worst shitting and boking of all time.
I don't think a lot of bad shit has happened to me when I got caught up in forest fires in Greece in 2006, 2007.
God damn.
There were just natural wildfires everywhere, hitting Athens and all.
Jesus.
And I was in the middle of that, and I just went, fuck this. I did about 3 days and went, I'm away.
Just
I was
left.
meant to be there for 3 weeks on like a course. And I just went, I'm out of here. It's not safe. The Greek police were telling people to fucking leave.
Yeah.
And the people running the course were going, it's fine. And I'm like,
Yeah.
people that are fitter than me are booking in the middle of the day just because they can't fucking keep water down.
Yeah.
I'm out.
Yeah.
I'm out. Like, because I'll tell you what I can't do. Outrun fire, mate. Can't do it. Can't do it. Can't even fucking outrun myself in the water. Can't even swim.
Can you outrun a flood?
I mean, here's the thing. Where are you going to... What's your options? Where are you going to run to even if you could outrun fire?
The sea?
Into the sea?
Yeah.
Or I'll drown.
Yeah.
You know what? Safer on Black's Road, mate. Do you know what there isn't? Fire or the fucking sea.
The Black's Road Toad stays here.
Black's Road Toad. See me sitting on top of the fucking Black's Road. Well, Mirror Park fucking filling station, just going ribbit. Yeah, that's where my wee lily pal. That's where I'm safe.
Black's Road Toad.
Black's Road Toad.
I'm gonna get you a t-shirt, mate. Right, there's so many fucking questions. We'll end on this. You've both seemed to have lucked out with cool and encouraging wives. WIFE''S. Any funny stories about past dating fails before settling down?
Oh Jesus!
I've been with Maureen for ages, so there was no comedy lifestyle before I met her. Like, it was just kind of starting at the same time.
I don't know that I have any real funny ones. I have ones that were just fucking rare, like, you know what I mean?
Do you think we have lucked out with encouraging wives?
I have a very encouraging wife,
Yeah, so do I. So much so that she's like absolutely fucking go to like Austin for a week to get the fuck away from me to do it. You know, like, that's how encouraging she is.
Do you know what I find difficult though? Like, genuinely, I find it, we both find it difficult to be away from each other. Like, it's difficult. I didn't even like being away for a couple of days in Glasgow on my own. I just don't like that.
Yeah.
Feels weird.
Yeah, I don't like being on my own, as in like
literally on your own.
I'm scared to be on my own or something. I'm just like, this is shite.
It's shite.
What the fuck am I gonna do here?
Yeah,
you know?
I'll live.
Yeah.
I can cope with it, but it fucking melts me. Like, I'm melted just being like, there's no crack. I'm spending all my time on phone texting people being like, this is dog shit.
Once I've, scoured the area for trainer shops and had a coffee, I'm like, what am I gonna do now?
I went and sat in a fucking Nero in Glasgow and wrote a script because I was just like, this is bollocks.
Yeah.
And sitting in a hotel in my own stench was making me sick. I think if I had any, I'm trying to think of any like big fails. I don't think I had any mad fails. They were all just shite. It was all just dog shit.
That's it, man. You meet that one person and then everything's just not shite.
Everything's just not shite. There it is.
It's annoying as fuck, but it's not shite.
Shite.
And that's truthful.
That's a truthful.
Right, we'll let you out of here so you can go see Roy.
Thanks, mate. Mate, can you imagine me in the same room as Roy Keane? Do you know what that is for me? Who's like a childhood stroke in the adulthood hero for you? Somebody that you've thought of as a hero since you were about 8.
It would have to be like a fucking, I don't know, like a famous comedian or so, like a fucking,
like a
Chappelle or like a Larry David or something,
For me, like, Roy Keane is one of a group of people that are like heroes to me who don't do the same thing that I do.
Yeah.
Footballers, musicians, whatever.
I don't think I'm that into sport though.
I'm a diehard United fan. This guy was a fucking lord for United, like.
Yeah.
And Ireland, but just all mate. Read his books and all. I'm.
What is he doing tonight? Like a DJ set or whatever? What's he doing?
No, it's like a podcast type thing.
Oh yeah.
The Overlap, Gary Neville.
Overlap. Yeah.
So it's that live, and it's him, Gary Neville, Jamie Carragher, and I think a presenter. I'm very excited. 3 Arena.
3 Arena, bro.
3 Arena in Dublin.
Fuck me.
Do you know what I got as well? Do you know what I got? One of the wee parking spaces down there.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
At least your car will be fine. Maureen drove us down to see something one night and just murdered every alloy in our car. So.
Well, like on the
it is tight right enough,
yeah.
And she can't really see out of the fucking Jeep, but she just scuffed it the whole way.
That's like a low key. Your shit, say it, Leon, will be fine, Kieran, but our Jeep is in pieces.
Yeah.
Here, tell me this: what Jeep do you have?
A Mercedes ML.
Would you recommend?
I'm sure Shane has the same one too.
Is that the same one?
Well, mine's a wee bit spicier. Like, no, I mean, like, not saying nothing, but
I definitely want to get a new car, sort of like end of this year, start next.
Yeah, get a Jeep. You'll not know yourself in a Jeep, like. Yeah. Different world. Because Maureen said that to me. She's like, this is the word she said. She goes, when we used to drive the other estate, she goes, that didn't really fit you, but this, and I was like, it's not a jacket. She goes, that didn't really fit you, but then a Jeep fits you, and then sure enough, you're just like, I can't have anything else now.
Yeah, I definitely want to. Do you know what I was looking at? I feel like I don't need it, but I want it. A pickup, like an Amarok.
Oh,
an Amarok or a Ford Ranger.
Absolutely, man.
I think that's very. There's just enough redneck in me to pull that off.
Now, I know you like a convenience park.
I do. Oh, no,
That's not a
I know.
convenience park, bro.
Do you know what I think? I think I'd be willing to take an extra few steps. You know,
To have the flatbed on the back.
To have that, yeah.
You want the...
You can always lie down in the back of the pickup when you get back. You know,
Those Mercedes X-Class ones there. Nice.
is that the same?
It's a pickup.
Right.
You want one of the ones that has the cover that like pulls over the back of the,
Yes.
the
Yeah.
flatbed bit. You can fuck the guitar
I
in
think
there.
when you buy an Amarok, you get that fucking wee fake roof bit as well.
Okay.
I think it comes with it. You know
Okay.
the wee bit,
Yeah.
but it does have the cover as well. I'm intrigued.
You see, they're weird because they look cool, but if you're not using it as a pickup, if you're not throwing shit in the back all day, not that useful because the back of the Jeep thing isn't that spacious either.
Yeah.
Just get a fucking normal Jeep.
Thinking about it, do you know what I want to do? I want to go down and test drive both of them. I want to be treated like a wee prince, and whoever treats me like the best wee prince, they're gonna get a lot of money off me. Like,
Wrong attitude. Here's what you do. Fucking terrible attitude because
I don't know anything about cars.
everyone's gonna treat you nice. You want the guy, the guy I bought mine off. I walked. It was a sort of private enough dealer guy, but I walked in. All the cars were nice, Audis, Mercedes, and he had wee bits done to all of them that made me know like he's in the cars here. And he just didn't say anything. He just went, "That's it there. New wheels, de-chromed, bang, 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 bang. There you go." And I went, "Nice." And I was like, I test drove another one. It was only the like ML250, and he's like, "Take that for a spin. Take it up the road there." And I come back and was just like, "There's my cards," and you know, I was just like,
"There's the keys
Yeah.
to the kingdom."
"Yeah."
Yeah.
You want the guy that's just confident, like you like that.
But see, I almost want the guy to flirt with me. You know. No, it's mental. I know nothing about cars. I mean, I will get my monks pulled down when I go to buy this if I don't have a real man with me. I really will. I really will. I don't know anything about it. Do you know
I'm not a real man, but I've made enough mistakes where like get in the car, turn it on, put the aircon on, feel that it works, make sure everything works, walk around the car. What the fuck's wrong with this here? You know, you just like
Last time
what to look out for.
Last time, genuinely, I bought mine because it has secret handles on the back doors.
Mm-hmm.
And then when I got home, I realised that on one of the body coloured wing mirrors, there's just a big horsey bite out of part of it. Just a big stink. And I'm like, I've bought this and didn't fucking haggle that down. Like, you know what I mean?
Yeah.
Stink. Fuck it though. I'll keep you posted on that, but it's you're probably, you know.
You'd look well in a Defender.
What one's that now?
Well, oh god, that's a bad start.
I don't know anything. I just said I don't know cars.
I thought you meant like I don't know how to fix them.
No, fuck. I definitely don't know how to fix them either.
Land Rover Defender. The new ones are lovely.
But I hear bad things. Oh, we did see one of these the other day. It's sort of like military looking, yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard bad things about Land Rovers. I hear they're not very reliable. I heard that. I swear to God, I heard that off Aaron Butler. Swear to God. I really did. Are they reliable?
Head of Red Bull Racing.
That's what I heard.
They
they're
do
not
the
very-
newer like Discoveries and stuff do give a bit of jip now, but the older Defenders, well, they're not really that comfortable either.
I would look.
Get a
class in that,
fucking, just get a fucking
See if I get
Mercedes
a,
or a Volkswagen.
see if I get a Merc Jeep. Can me and Shane do a drone shot somewhere of the three of us driving around a roundabout and then all going in the same direction of it, just for like I'm gonna put like Benny Hill music on it,
Maybe.
just for me.
But mine's
You know what I mean?
mine's got a few tasty extras, but
What have you got? Heated seats.
it does have heated seats. Yeah, I mean just wee bits here and there.
Go on, give us one.
It's got aftermarket wheels,
I don't even know what that means.
nice wheels on it.
Right. What's the thing? If you had one wee bit of spice, what are you going with?
That's on the car.
The best bit. The bit that you go, that's the best thing in this car. Because for me, on mine, it's the handles on the back door. Go ahead. Secret handles.
I don't know, because Mercedes aren't. It's like a renowned brand, but they're not that fancy with it. It's a fucking car. You know
Yeah,
what I
but
mean?
heated
It's a good
seats,
car.
it would be a big deal for
Heated
me. My
seats is
car's
tasty.
bollocks.
Aircon better be good in a car I'm buying. But
Mine smells very heavily of petrol. Now,
that's not good.
and oil, but it's because I got it fixed recently and they changed the oil sump, and now I have to get this wee bit next week, mate. Next week, no more fumes.
Fucking stump hanging out of it.
Mate, this week, fucking lungs are like, I've been smoking 60 a day.
That old Mercedes I have stinks of petrol too, but I've been reassured it's just what those cars smell like because it's a large engine
Yeah.
in a small car. But it feels good, you know what I mean? You're driving down, you're like, am I going to pass out at fucking 110 mile an hour?
Does it have a sat nav built in the one you have?
But no one uses a fucking sat nav. You use your phone for everything. I'm
terrible. I'm shite driver, like. On the way, I'm not dangerous. I'm just shit at it. So I drive slow.
Well, you see, you're talking about the wee something that makes you buy it. The power of it.
Oh, right. Okay,
do you know what I mean?
Just cruises.
Yeah.
I was in Shane's one day whenever we went to make that sketch, and it was a nice car, like.
It's all right.
You know what I mean?
It's all right.
Nice wee car.
Yeah.
Keep you posted on the Amarok, though.
Do. I want to see you go into Tesco's and buy salmon and spinach and then
fucking into
lob
the
it into the back of it and then just drive home with 13 mile an hour trying to get it not to fly at the back. Right, well, get out of here.
Yes,
Roy's
mate.
going to be fucking furious waiting here.
He will be.
Cheers for coming on.
Cheers for having me, mate.
Up the Rob.
Cheers now. See you next week.